On today's show, projection technology that lets you design your own 3D wearable, a really awesome oven that's going to cook your food for you.
And Elon Musk may be doing crazy stuff again.
Yes, it's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm Ashley Esqueda. Joining me as always, the man, the myth, the legend, the pizza connoisseur, my pizza consigliere.
Oh,
Khail Anonymous.
Pizza debutante?
Oh,
Debutante.
I like a pizza debutante. A pizza ingenue,
Oh,
if you will.
That's my
That
pizza
was
debutante.
my favorite thing that I've heard this month.
And wrap the intro.
Tell me all about Elon Musk.
All right, so I've decided we should coin this the Adventures of Elon Musk, because there's always some crazy thing, and it always seems so incredible. Well, today he's decided, I think it was 2 days ago, he's decided that he wants to be the one to bring internet to the whole world, and this is based around his SpaceX program. Now, previously we've heard of people like Facebook trying to bring internet around the world. Well, Elon Musk wants to beat that and wants to have it done, I think, within 5 years. He wants this project to be launched. So basically what he wants to do is create 4,000 low-cost satellites that would be in Earth's orbit via the Falcon 9 rocket and connect to ground stations here on the West Coast in the U.S.
Oh, man. Look at this great 4K video of all these rockets launching.
I know.
Such a great video.
It's kind of porn.
It is.
For
It's
us.
rocket porn.
Yeah,
I love it.
so they're hoping to start testing next year and could make the service available in 5 years.
That's pretty good.
What's crazy about
Global
this?
internet.
Yeah, global
Via satellite.
internet via satellite with 4,000 low-cost satellites. Wow. So interesting thing about this is he actually intends to use this to fund a different project. So
His supervillain lair in a volcano.
Yes, his world takeover laser.
Great.
But he's basically going to use all of the money that he makes from this to hypothetically create his city on Mars.
Welp, there we go. There we have it.
Yep. So
Wow.
Yeah, so the long-term revenue, he hopes to create his city on Mars, which has been a plan that he's been trying to do all along. One of his
As one does.
many crazy
when
plans.
You're Elon Musk.
But I think I'm a musketeer.
A musketeer?
I'm a musketeer.
I think musketeer is
and
it.
I love Elon Musk and all of his craziness.
I do too.
He hasn't pitched an idea where I wasn't like, whoa, that's stupid,
Too
Mr.
far.
Musk.
No.
It's always been like, okay, all right.
Dig this.
I could see the fact he's making giant steps, and whether or not they miss, they at least get people thinking.
Yeah.
So
What
I'm
is
very
that,
positive
What
towards
is that super cliche yearbook quote that everybody puts? They're like, aim for the moon.
See you next summer.
Aim for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll end up amongst the stars. I think Elon
I've
Musk
never
took
heard that.
super literally. That was, I think, in my senior yearbook in high school, about 50% of the girls had that as their quote, their senior quote, which amazing. But yeah, I think Elon Musk maybe took that really to heart and was like, I am literally going to aim for Mars, and then if I miss, like, I'm in space
So
anyway.
we lost in space.
Lost in space anyway.
But this is pretty cool. He wants to bring internet around the world, and with the Facebook thing, people were a little wary because they thought it was going to be like really
taking
dirty.
your information.
Yeah, they're going
and
to take your
privacy issues.
And they probably were, but they've scrapped their hypothetical. Facebook scrapped it.
The plane and
yeah,
everything?
like
Wow.
a week. I think that was the thing that was 2 days ago.
Oh, wow. So
They
they're just
didn't
nah,
announce
we're
it
out.
officially, but they cut it, and a lot of people are thinking because of the Elon Musk thing, but I think it was just like Facebook was like, we can't do anything right.
I know we've heard Elon Musk talk about this before. Like he hypothetically wanted to do it, but everybody was like, well, we don't really know. And I think this was like, didn't he file like official documentation with the FCC saying like, this is the plan?
That's what this new story is.
Okay.
Is that the FCC, he officially signed
So this is real
FCC.
now. He wants to do this for real.
Sorry to have skipped that part, but he is officially dealing with the
Like, this is
FCC
real.
for this. So
man.
there you go.
I love it.
But that brings us to our space tag of the day,
Our must tag of the
space
day.
must tag of the day, which is okay. This is a weird one. So we're calling this the continuing adventures of Elon Musk.
Yeah,
so we want to know.
TD Musk. TD Musk.
So TD Musk is your plot from a fictional comic book series called the Continuing Space adventures of Elon Musk.
Yeah.
That's really hard to understand.
Kale very kindly coined this morning, the continuing space adventures of Elon Musk, and it made me laugh so hard at my desk while getting the show ready that I'm like, this has to be the hashtag of the day.
The continuing space adventures of Elon Musk.
So what kind of story adventure would you come up with
Anything
that
you
Elon
want.
Musk would do? Maybe he finds a lightsaber and goes and fights a bunch of Jedi.
I can't
Maybe he goes and
wait.
rides a space dinosaur. Let us know.
Whatever
or maybe
you want.
maybe an actually good idea that you think that Elon Musk should go ahead and tackle for the rest
Maybe
of us.
he fights
AI,
crime on
something.
Earth.
So let us know. So that's TD Musk.
TD Musk. All right.
Awesome job, Elon. Thanks for watching the
Keep
show,
up
man.
the great work,
Big
Elon.
fan.
Yeah, thanks you for being a fan of us. We're also a fan of you. Let me tell you about the June oven because this might revolutionize a lot of our cooking. Everybody out there who,
Yeah, you were flipping out about this.
who likes to cook in a toaster oven, which I do often because there's only 2 of us. I don't need a giant oven to cook in a lot of the time.
True
You
that,
know what I
yeah.
mean? So the June oven, the June intelligent oven is pretty fancy. So you're gonna see a video of it. Like it's got these touchscreen buttons, got 1 dial on it. It has coils made of carbon fiber. So even when you turn this toaster oven up to 500 degrees inside, it literally is cool to the touch. So there's no burn danger.
Wow.
Now, here is the crazy part about the June intelligent oven. It was created by people who have worked on projects like the iPhone, Fitbit, GoPro, Lyft. Like these are huge, huge projects, huge products, amazing products, great products people use every day. This June intelligent oven figures out what you're trying to cook and it does it for you. So here's how that works. Let's say you have a steak, okay, and you put your steak inside. And inside, there is actually a scale inside there that weighs your food exactly. So have you ever done like defrost on your microwave and it's like, how much does it weigh? And you're like, I don't know. How much does this weigh? A pound? Like you just kind of guess?
Yeah.
You just guess, whatever, just microwave. No, this actually knows exactly how much it weighs, so it knows exactly how much heat to give it. They said you could literally, no preheating, you could put in a tray of raw cookie dough and it'll know, oh, hey, you're making chocolate chip cookies. I know exactly how much time it's gonna take for me to cook these from 0 to 350 degrees. Like, oh, it'll take X amount of time. So you just put in like raw cookie dough cold into the June intelligent oven. It takes a picture, it has a camera inside, and it takes a picture, and using the NVIDIA Tegra K1 chip, it can access deep machine learning algorithms and tell exactly what's inside.
Whoa!
Yeah, so it can say like, oh, hey, I noticed you're making a steak. I know how to make a steak, so I'm gonna make that steak for you.
This is like Jetsons technology.
This is straight up like crazy Jetsons technology. I love it so much. And so you can also walk away from your oven, and if you wanna say check on those chocolate chip cookies, you just access the app and it shows you what the camera sees.
You have like a live video of your food?
You do. You have a live video of your food. You can cook a 12-pound turkey in there, a 12-inch pizza. So you can do a
sorry,
full-size pizza.
is this a little boy or a woman?
I think it's a woman who has a very lovely haircut. She reminds me of the lady on Game of Thrones from Dorne, Oberyn's wife.
So this is an actual thing I can buy or
You
what?
can pre-order it. So the pre-order is open. It's not on Kickstarter. This is like, they are just like, nope, we're gonna go. So you can set like what type of steak you want, medium rare, medium, whatever, and it'll do exactly what you need. Like, there's the website, juneoven.com. You can put a deposit down for $95. And then you pay the full balance when it's ready to ship, which is it's $1,500 total. So you'll pay $1,405 when it's ready to ship.
A normal toaster oven is a few hundred.
I was gonna say like a good toaster oven's like between 150 and like $200.
Yeah, it's
Couple
like maybe
$100.
like $200.
Yeah.
But it just burns your house up.
Well, yeah, it just, toasts. And
just a
some of
heat
them,
thing.
if you buy like a convection oven, which is sort of the microwave kind of convection oven thing, that costs more. They're like, a few $100s. You're right. So
It's pretty cool. I like it.
not a terrible cost. I mean, it's a cost of like a nice DSLR camera.
I could see you getting this.
I
Are you
kinda
going to
want
get
one.
it? Are you going to get it?
I'm thinking about it. Like, it's a little expensive. It's a little far out of my price range.
Maybe
makes me
ask
a
your
little
husband to
nervous.
get it to you for like Christmas or
Maybe if
something.
I get like a nice windfall, like a bank error in my favor or an extra side job or something.
I've been waiting for that bank error for a real long time.
Me too. Ever
but
since
yeah.
I was 8 years old, first time I played Monopoly, I'm like, when am I going to get a bank error in my favor?
I don't think $1,500 is too much to
I don't
ask.
think it's a terrible price. I mean, it's
Okay.
a little pricey. I would have liked $9.99. I would have paid $1,000 for it. Like,
Yeah.
easy,
Yeah.
no problem. $1,000.
Producer Logan, would you buy this?
Yes, but I can't afford it.
Okay.
So they were saying it could replace like urban dwellers who live in smaller apartments who maybe don't want an oven or don't use an oven. Like this would be the thing they would cook almost all their food in, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now that we've talked about that.
Very cool. All right.
Let's talk about this projection design stuff. This actually was shown off at South by Southwest apparently. I hadn't heard about it, but it's super cool and the video is amazing. This is from MadLab and this is a program called Tactum. So here's what it is. It's projection technology that allows you to actually manipulate the projection in real time on your skin, which is super cool. So this person is going to design a piece of jewelry. They're going to design a bracelet using this technology. So they have this amazing prototype. Their very first prototype used tracking and mapping hardware through Kinect. And then they did one with Leap. So yeah, here it is right here, the printed design.
The bracelet?
That is the actual bracelet, which looks exactly like the light projection. And they actually went a little bit further with this. And on the website, you can see pictures of Moto 360. So they were saying, you know, there's a lot of items that you need really precision-based design instead of your finger, which can be very inaccurate. So they said you can set limitations on the projection. So for example, they did a Moto 360 watch band. And they said, they told the software, it has to be able to hold this watch face. And here's the size of it, and here's the exact parameters. And then you design around that. So what they did was they created this really rad watch face that looked super cool. It's on the website, so I don't. We have the link to it. Maybe I'll throw up an image and post. But it's really neat, and they were able to drop in this Moto 360 watch face into this like insane looking like Geiger alien-esque like watch band, which is super weird.
That's cool. Was it 3D printed? Is that what that was?
Yeah. So what they do is it's sort of a continuous loop. They have the projection with the tracking technology, and then that goes into the software. And so based on what's happening in the software, the 3D modeling changes the 3D model of it and then reflects that change back on through the projection.
God, I need a 3D printer.
I know, which is
there it
insane.
is.
Yeah,
There's the watch.
There's the watch.
Can you imagine like before leaving your house, like creating a watch?
Yeah, just like no big deal. I made a watch band today, like whatever. But it's really
fantastic,
neat.
yeah.
It's super cool. It's like super basic thing, like not gonna, change the world in terms of, making life better for disabled people or, things like that. But so cool. And also, I can think of a million ways that this could evolve into other stuff. So, and I'm sure you guys can too. But yeah, that is Tactum. That's what it's called. Tactum. If you want to go check it out.
I like that.
But that's it for our headlines. We're gonna be right back with a very insane, fiery musical instrument inspired by Mad Max for Mod Squad, and then we also have your user feedback and our photographer of the day. So don't click away, it's Tomorrow Daily, but before we go, check out this tiny hamster monster. Welcome back to the show. We've returned. It's Wednesday, which means it's time to talk about somebody making something cool out of something else. So it's time for Mod Squad. That graphic is amazing. You did a really good job.
Thank you.
So if you haven't seen Mad Max, or if you have, you've probably seen the bungee cord suspended guitar player with the fire coming out of the top of his guitar.
Oh yeah, he's the best.
We would argue maybe that he is actually the protagonist of Mad Max. I don't think they should name the movies Mad Max anymore.
No, yeah, he's gonna be in Star Wars as well. So
he's gotta be. It's pretty amazing, like so cool and funny. And this one guy named Caleb Kraft decided after seeing that character that he also needed a string instrument that shoots fire. So he freaking made one. And we had a lot of you guys submit this. A bunch of you, tweets, emails. So we had to show it on the show this week. We know it's all over the internet, but he made a flame-throwing ukulele, which is so great. I love this so much. So he used supplies like a butane canister, a ukulele, obviously, an igniter, a caulking gun, zip ties, shape lock, a hose, like a little metal hose, and electrical tape to put everything together, hot glue gun, kettles. Like he had a fire extinguisher on hand just in case things got a little too hot.
He even put it in the back of his truck for effect.
I know, I love it. So he has all his plans, and actually you can literally go see his full instructions on his YouTube video. He'll tell you exactly how to make one for yourself.
Don't do it.
It is not the safest project in the world, but it looks so amazing. And yeah, I would say maybe just keep a fire extinguisher on hand like he does, because if you decide to do this for yourself, it's actually kind of dangerous. And he says the idea could totally be scaled up to guitars and bigger string instruments. He's like, you could literally do this for a lot of different instruments. He just chose the ukulele because he thought that would be a good way to start.
This guy's the man, yeah.
This guy totally rocks. So Caleb Kraft, you...
Where does he live?
That's a great question. I'm not sure.
I'd be interested to see if we could...
We got to go see
have
it.
Him
if he lives in Southern California, we will have him on the show 100%. So, yeah, great work, Caleb Kraft. And Make showed this video. This has been all over the internet this week. So,
yeah, thanks to everybody that submitted this. A lot of you guys submitted this to us, and we listened, and here it is. Thank you so much. You know how much we love fire.
We love you and fire. Okay, so speaking of you guys, we got to talk about your user feedback. Yesterday, we asked you guys to use the hashtag TDFlushed to talk about the pros and cons of putting a working, flushable, plumbed toilet in an elevator. You guys had a lot to say about this, and very entertaining. So Rick tweeted us and said, I can only see one con. What if the toilet paper runs out? Who are you going to call? Great question. These are genuinely good questions.
It's a good question. It really is.
Good questions. We should translate these into Japanese and send them to the Japanese government because they're really important questions. You guys are asking the hard-hitting questions here. Walter wrote in and said, pro, emergency use if trapped or ill. Con, people will abuse them horribly. Perhaps in Japan it would be okay. I do wonder about that. I mean, we could never have that here. People have no shame in America. Americans have no shame.
Yeah.
We have no shame. Which is why we do this show every day. So we have no shame whatsoever. Sayafika wrote in and said, con, no privacy. Like if a lot of people are in the elevator, it'll be weird. Pro, there's a storage, right? So stuff the food in there. I don't think I would want to put food anywhere near that.
Yeah, this is still a questionable idea.
At best, questionable. I mean, at best.
I can only think of one place where a bathroom makes sense. So...
yeah.
Currently in the bathroom.
In a bathroom. A toilet would make sense in an actual bathroom. Gail wrote in and said, pro, ready use during a disaster, hashtag hygienic. Con, people staring and uploading you to Periscope. Which, that always makes me laugh, like the idea of somebody is just I really have to go. And wait, let me get out my phone. Let's put this on Periscope. It's a terrible idea.
You guys are using Periscope, right?
Yep, it's the only way to use Periscope. But yeah, that was your user feedback. I was very entertained. YouTube had some really good ones too. I was reading through the YouTube comments. Some of you have some really funny pros and cons. Some of which I could not actually repeat on this show because it's a family show, but they entertained me very deeply. Anyway, it is time for our very last piece of user feedback, which is always our photographer of the day. I know. I can't have that. Our photographer today is Thomas. He took this picture with the Moto G, 2014 Moto G, which is super impressive considering it doesn't have the same level of flagship lens that a lot of the higher end ones like the Moto X would have.
Okay.
So he took this picture and he says, I took this picture on my Moto G 2014 at Baylock Lake at sunset in the Knockmealdown Mountains in Tipperary, Ireland.
Oh, to Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah. Tipperary. It's a long way to Tipperary.
Tipperary, yeah. P.S. Love the show. And we love you, Thomas. That's a great picture. So green. I mean, I love that one hill in the back, though, looks a little bit like California because it's kind of brownish.
Oh,
but the front, so green. It's just amazing.
Nice one.
Really
we haven't
good.
gotten a photo from Ireland, so this is nice. This is a nice change.
I think we had one, or was it Scotland, maybe?
It was Scotland. We got one from Scotland.
So this is a great.
They're not the same place, Ashley. They're different people.
I know, guys. I know, but they're all in that general area, and so I just, I put it all together.
All right, fair enough.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're all on Earth.
We're all on Earth. We're all
fair
Earthlings.
enough, yeah. Except for Elon Musk.
Who is, way up in space right now.
See you
Seriously.
later, Elon.
Bye. But that's it for that. If you want to send in your photography, you can send it to tomorrow@cnet.com. Tell us a little story. Tell us what device you took it with. And if you want to send in your hashtag of the day via email, you can. If not, send it over social media. We're Tomorrow Daily on most major social media networks. But really, the one we use the most is Twitter.
Yeah.
That's for real.
And if you want to follow a couple of idiots on Twitter, you can follow me on my personal Twitter account at Khail Anonymous.
And you can follow Khail at Khail Anonymous. Or me at Ashley Escobar.
There's the couple right there.
There's the two idiots right there. And that's it for the show, guys. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new docket of weird, wonderful science fact, science fiction, geek pop culture, crashing all together, blowing up in your face. And we're also going to tell you our plans for E3.
We are?
Which is next week.
When are we going to tell them?
Probably tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow, when the rails come off. When the rails come off the show on Thursdays.
Oh, God, yeah, tomorrow's Thursday.
It is.
Oof, that's
Get
gonna be
ready,
a crazy
guys.
episode.
Get
Okay.
ready. But until then, be good humans. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.